reason you may be asking yourself is why even bother bulk loading in the first place? And there's quite a fair few reasons that bulk loading is quite beneficial. For one, you're saving all this bloody cartridges that you throw out over the years. Like, look at this. This is only from a couple months, but granted, I do shoot quite a fair bit of film. Two, it is a lot cheaper. By buying, so for example, well, I didn't even buy this one. I got this given to me by a mate. This Ilford Panaf. It's an old one, but you can, you know what I mean, get all the popular film stocks, especially the black and white ones. Like you get your HP5, you get your FP4s. You can get your you can get your Portras, all that jazz, and it just saves so much money. And the final reason for bulk loading film yourself is to have that sense of superiority, you know, because you bulk load your own film. You're not some pleb that just goes down to the store and buys, what have we got here, buy some bloody 200 colour film, you know. You load your own film, buddy. You are next tier. Yeah, but for real, it will save you a lot of money in the long run, and it also doesn't require much to start. Like, there's only a few items you need to start bulk loading, which I'll walk you through now. First up, you will need a physical bulk loader itself. Any type will do, whatever you're comfortable with. They usually all kind of work the same. You can't fuck it up. You will also need a roll of your choice of bulk film. In my case, I've got Panaf just because I got it given to me from a friend, but you can use whatever your heart desires. But today I'll be using this. And lastly, you need a bunch of empty cartridges. So after you've been shooting your film, instead of cracking them open, if you actually use the little film retriever, you can actually recycle your cartridges, which, as you can see, I've been doing that quite a fair bit lately. If you haven't done that and you've just been cracking your film cartridges open, don't stress, just jump online and you can just buy a bunch of these already, film cartridges with a little bit of leader in them already. They're not too expensive at all, but and you might want to do that anyway, just because you don't have all these mix of different types of film. But as long as you label for example, you might go to your fridge and go, oh yeah, I'm going to shoot a roll of HP5, but it's not HP5 now, is it? It is Svema Photo 200. So you've just got to keep that in mind. That just because you do have a bunch of different types of film canisters, because you're bulk loading, it will all be the same film. So when people get into film, you'll find they either go the two options. They go this bad boy where they crack open the canister, or they go the film retriever. And if you do want to get into bulk loading film, I would suggest fuck this and stick with the film retriever, just because look at all those cartridges you're going to get. I always use this. Like, I did start with that, but now I always use the film retriever. Just saves you going online and happening to buy, you know what I mean, blank cartridges when you can get your own after you shoot a roll of film. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. And it's also very important, once you have finished roll of film and you've pulled it out with the, let me just chuck that in there. You pulled it out with the film retriever. So when you do snip it off, you leave at least around about that length of film on the end. Just so when you do go to bulk load this bad boy, you have something for the film to adhere to, which we will show you that in the future. P.S. Always label your film what it's going to be. It will save you a lot of headache and confusion in the future. Trust me. Alrighty, now I'll give you guys a lowdown of how to actually load up the bulk loader, I obviously won't be able to show you the actual film putting into it because that'll obviously ruin the film, but I will walk you through step by step. So first step is unscrew this bad boy. So once you have this unscrewed, you can see the core in there, and that's where your film is actually going to sit in on that core. And it is also then, I'll just zoom in here a bit. Okay, so it's going to sit in on this core, and there's this little groove there that will bring it out to there. So I'll go through once again. The film spool will sit on this core, and it will roll around in there, out the gap where my finger is there, and that will come out there, right there. So we'll load this up so I can give you guys a better look, okay? Okay, so it's very obviously important to keep all the parts together until you have it loaded, and you're going to load it in your dark bag. I brought up my small dark bag today just for convenience, but as long as you can load it in a place with zero light, you will be fine. So let's load this up and we'll go from there. So we've got that in the dark bag, so we'll zip that up, make sure it's in all sweet. And actually putting the core in, we will have to do by feel, but it shouldn't be too hard to do at all because it's a massive core. It's very, very simple to follow. You literally just take the core that's sitting there, so it's like a cylinder, then you put the film, the massive bit of bulk film over it, and you poke it through the hole, so which is easy as. So I'll load this up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alrighty, so I've been messing around trying to get this bad boy loaded up in. So I think I've got it. It's on nice and tight. Don't think any light's gotten in. It's only a small dark bag compared to what I normally use, but does the job. So I take my hands out and I'll show you what I've just done there in the dark bag. So I'll undo both of these layers. There we go. So that's the bulk loader. So it's all done up nice and tight. And if I open this up, hopefully, look at that. So you can see there that I managed to thread that bit of film up to there. So that next step is ready to go. What I've just noticed is the core that I already had in there from last time must have been from the FP4 that I had already in the bulk loader before, but I'd already used all of it. So now it's nice to have some fresh Panaf. I'm quite a big fan of Panaf, and this is honestly such a great little, so nice, so simple, just works so good. You got your measurement in feet and meters. It tells you how much film you got left. So what I'll do now is I'll snip that off to make it a bit more of a reasonable size. And once you've done it in your dark bag, it is all nice and light tight. But what you've got to pretty much do is snip that like so it sits in. You need some tape. Hang on, I'll be back with some tape. Also, I was just reading this. This is some nice old Panaf. This expired 2002. So it's an oldie but a goldie. But that's the beautiful thing, especially about black and white film, is unlike colour film, it does not fade nearly as fast. It's one of the reasons I absolutely love black and white film. So yeah, let's grab this, enough dilly-daddling, let's grab this tape and show you guys how you actually load up a bulk roll now that you've actually got your bulk film in your bulk loader. let's show you guys how to actually get that going and save you guys all that money. There you go, I have the tape. Also, I will provide a diagram of how this bulk roll does slot into the AP bulk loader. But before I do anything, I'm going to set it to the little arrow, so that way I can count how many frames of film I'm actually loading on. And the beauty of this bulk loader is you're not limited to the standard 24 or 36 frames per second. You can go bloody wild, mate. Like, I fit up to 50, I think 50 is the max I managed to fit on without it causing problems. But just be aware, if you're going to load more than 36, say, it might start to cause a bit of problems. But anyway, enough bloody chin wagging. Let me show you fine folks how you actually do this. So you want to pick a canister that's got a nice seal to it. As you can see, this bad boy, let me zoom in a little bit. As you can see, this bad boy here, it's got a nice seal. It's not bloody frayed. If it starts to get frayed, your canister, throw it away, just because you don't want to risk those light leaks. I mean, unless you're going for that effect. So what you do then is open this up. Righty, so you open this bad boy up. You'll see a little bit of film there, dangling free. You want to take your little bit of tape, just a little bit. I like to do about that much. Try not to get your dirty fingerprints all over it as well. But that much, and put it that much both sides. So you go, bang. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, just enough so it can grab it and start to feed into the canister. So I've done the top layer. I will then adhere that. Try cut it straight as well, because that makes all the difference. I haven't done the best job of cutting straight here, but it should still work fine. So now you can see we've got that stuck on. And I'm just going to put another piece of tape at the bottom just to hold it. Just like so. So it looks like this at the moment. What you want to do is take your little rolling device, whack her in the end there, roll it in a little bit until the tape you just put on is out of sight, out of mind, like so. So it should be sitting in your bulk loader like that. Close her up. Once you put that in, you can't open it back up, so you're actually safe to load on. And what you want to do is just start cranking away. You can hear the click and it counts down the frames. So far we've done about 7 frames, so we'll just keep going until about, I don't know, we'll do 24 just for a little test, because I just like to do a little just to see how the film's going, because it is an old bulk film, so it'll be interesting to see how it is. So there we go, we're on 24 there. You can then remove your little spool, open it up, gently pull it out, try not to expose too much, and remember that's going to be your leader. Cut off your leader, but make sure you leave enough for your next roll to start. And your first bulk roll is loaded. Congratulations, you can now load the rest of these, and you'll be saving that much money on than just buying that, instead of paying like, I don't know, what is it these days, like 30 odd bucks for a roll of panna from the store. That there, well, so I got that for free. It's not really a fair comparison, but you can buy them for like, I'll put a link in the description about how much you can buy them from places like the Film Photography Project and B&H. They usually have sales on the different types of bulk films. You got many different options. I'll put a few different types of bulk films you can buy up there. And yeah, now you can load as many as you like and shoot as many as you like. So if you've got a favourite film stock, I know a lot of people like HP5. I myself really like HP5 too. It is a great film. Thinking about buying that next. But you can even buy some unique film like I got some film the other day. Hold on, let me just show you. Here we are. The other day I brought a roll from the Film Photography Project, my absolute favourite store. Big shout out to Film Photography Project. Please support them. I buy so much of my bloody everything, my 8mm stuff, my 16mm stuff from them. They're just fantastic cause. But the other day I brought some 1.6 low ISO colour film from them. I'll put some photos up of how that turned out now. But pretty much bulk loading just saves you so much money. If you shoot film on a regular basis as myself, that's just a no-brainer about buying yourself a bulk loader for like $40 odd and you're set for life. Like, look at that, I loaded a roll of 24 there, barely made a dent. And in the past I also have been cheeky. That's why this is all taped up, is because I originally had this 1.6 low ISO colour film in the bulk loader, but I wanted to put the Panaf in, so I just chucked it in my dark bag, took it back out, wrapped it back up, no problem. So if you feel confident enough to do that, you can do that as well. So you don't even need to buy more than one bulk loader if you're skilled enough and you practice. But it's just very simple the way the process works. The bulk loader literally just has a massive roll of film that once you've loaded it in, that light's got to get into there, obviously. So once you load it in your dark bag, and it pretty much, once you tape your leader to it, it just gently rolls it in, like so. It's very simple but great concept. Highly recommend. Check out the Film Photography Project for their bulk loading equipment. You can also buy canisters from them if you don't have any of your own that you've collected over the years. That might also not be a bad idea, because over the years they do start, after like repeated use, they start to go a bit daggy. I can see this one's all quite rusted, and the plastic ones, like all the lomography ones, they don't last as long either, because they're just made out of plastic instead of metal. But yeah, you guys are smart cookies. You can make your own decision of what you want to do with it. And yeah, thank you for loading my video on bulk loading. If there's anything I missed, please chuck a comment down below and I will be sure to address it. If there's any other film related topics you guys would like to learn about in the future, again, chuck another comment down, chuck me a message, and I'll be more than happy to count it, to cover it. I do everything from obviously 35mm film to 120mm film, like medium format film. I do my own 8.8, Super 8 16mm development and scan. Obviously, I just can't scan my 16mm film. I'm working on that at the moment. Got all my projectors, but if there's anything that piques your guys' interest, let me know. And if there's any questions, film related questions that you'd like answered, just ask me. I live and breathe film, mate. That's just what I love, Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. It really means a lot to me. I absolutely love making these. I'm going to make these regardless if no one watched anyway. So the fact that a couple of you guys watch makes it all the better. Anyway, take care and see you next time.